Hello beauties, thank you for coming to my channel once again. My name is Chantel Beauty and I'm here to give you guys some tips on how to keep your hair healthy when you have protective styles in your hair. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe down below and let's just get right into it. First thing first, I'm going to start off with the conditioner, and these conditioners have been like my go-to from OGX. I've been using these since 2015. These are some of the conditioners that I do put on my hair when I do wash it, after washing it. I use this, and typically I only shampoo once every month, once a month, because you really don't want to wash out the natural oils in your hair. You pretty much want to keep the natural oils that's in your hair, you want to keep them in there. And so I shampoo, I condition. That's one important tip that you have to have while you are wearing weaves, braids, or any type of protective style. Also, you want to have an oil, and it doesn't matter what type of oil it is. It could be coconut oil, it could be jojoba oil, it could be Jamaican castor oil. This oil here runs for $16.99 at Target. I don't know if you guys have watched my other video, but this is, awesome. I put this in my hair every single day, and I have gotten so much new growth inside of my weave. It is like ridiculous. So it is very important to have an oil in your routine when you are wearing protective styles at all times. Also, one of my important tips for wearing weaves is that if you are going to have a weave, you also want to make sure that you have some type of hair wrap or shower cap. I use both because when I'm taking a shower, I like to have my hair covered up. And I got these at Walmart. I'm not too sure what the price is on these, but there's different price ranges for these shower caps. And then at night, I use a hair wrap. This is a silk hair wrap. Any type of silk to your hair is very protective. It also protects you while you're sleeping, and it's good to have satin pillowcases if you do not want to wrap your hair up. So I typically use a silk hair wrap, and then also, if you have not looked at my other video, I also wear a wrap over top of my head. So there's way too many options out here for you to protect your hair while you're sleeping. There's so many different things. There's hair wraps, there's silk wraps, satin wraps, there's bonnets. Yeah, there you go. Sorry. Bonnets, and those are also, they kind of look like this. They're in the shape of a shower cap, and it just goes directly over your head, over the top of your head. So these are really good when you are wearing protective styles. Also, it is very important that when you do have a weave in your hair, that whether it's a weave or braids or any type of protective style, like I've said before, you want to have some type of hair vitamins. And I've been using these since 2016. When I did start my hair journey, I did start off with Nature's Bounty. I'm pretty sure a lot of you ladies are very familiar with Nature's Bounty. And these vitamins are just as good as Nature Bounty, and they work the same. So you want to take one of these per day, drink lots and lots of water, because if not, it will clog your pores. But these ultimately help you with your beauty, your skin, your nails. It's a multivitamin. It has a lot of biotin and antioxidants, and you get 100 vitamins in this. And these are by Vitafusion. I bought these at Walmart, and I first discovered these 2 years ago after using Nature's Bounty. And I've been loving these since I switched over. But Nature's Bounty is my best friend. I'm telling you guys, if you guys want to start off with wearing protective styles and you want to keep your hair healthy, this is the way to go, or to either buy the Nature's Bounty. So you have options with that as well. Also, another one of my important hair weave or protective style tips is that you want to have a deep conditioner in your routine at all times. As you can see, I have like so many different types of deep conditioners, and usually before I see my hairstylist, which I see her when I have a weave, I see her once per month to get a weave refresher. And before I go to her, what I do is I go in the shower, wash my hair with shampoo really good, and I go in with conditioner, rinse the conditioner out, and then I go ahead and I let deep conditioners sit inside of my hair, and this is one of the Shea Moisture's 10-in-1 Renewal deep conditioners, and this is my baby. Like, this is my all-time go-to deep conditioner. You cannot go wrong with this. A lot of my deep conditioners I find at Marshall's, I find at Ulta's, I find at TJ Maxx, and they're cheap price. Like, if you shop around and you really want to get a deep conditioner that's really good for you and your hair and it works for you, you might want to go check out Marshall's or TJ Maxx or even Nordstrom's Rack before going to a high-end store and paying full price. So you want to add a deep conditioner into your hair routine at all times. Even if you don't have a protective style, it is very good to keep your hair deep conditioned at all times. And so when I deep condition, I go ahead and I make sure that my hair is really, really dry. When you do have a weave, you want to make sure that you have a net. I don't have a hair net to show you guys, but it is very important to have a hair net over the braids. That way your braids are covered up, your hair, which is your hair underneath, it's covered up and it stays protected at all times. But before going to your hairstylist, you want to make sure that your weft, which is your net underneath, is very, very dry, because if you do not make sure that your hair is dry underneath, it will cause mildew and other problems inside of your hair and your scalp, and you really do not want that. Also, another important tip to getting weaves, braids, or any protective style, you want to make sure that your hairstylist, yes, your hairstylist, you want to make sure that they are braiding your hair in a way that is not too tight for you, because you do not want your hair braided too tight, or else it's going to cause problems with the hair growth follicles, and you do not want that. So once again, when you are getting any type of braids or protective styles, you want to make sure that whoever is putting the weave in, or whoever is putting braids in your hair or any type of protective style, you want to make sure that they are braiding your hair to the tolerance level that you could take, and make sure that it is not too tight on your hair, because you still want that hair to be healthy underneath, and you want it to grow, sis. You want it to grow. So another tip that I have for all you ladies out there that want to know about protective styles, besides those tips that I did mention, also what you want to do is you want to have, I don't have my bigger wide comb, but you want to have a wide tooth comb inside of your hair regimen, because if you don't, you're going to tend to pull your weave hair out. And then also, if you do have a little bit of leave out left, like me, I have some leave out left, you do not want to be pulling too hard on your hair to where if you're using a smaller comb that you're pulling your hair out. So you also want to use a wide tooth comb at all times, and make sure that you are not pulling your hair out. That is very important. Also for you ladies that are probably wondering, you know, how can you oil your hair, or how do you get the oil inside of your hair underneath the weft or in the net? Typically, you want to use an applicator like this. This is actually a hair scalp oil that I bought from Target. This is Cantu Shea Butter. It runs for about $6.99. But you want to use an applicator like this. It just comes right off, so that way you can squeeze it out into your hair in different sections and get the oil inside of that weft, because that's what you really, really want. You want to make sure that the oil is going inside of your hair at all times. If you get an applicator like this, they have them everywhere at your beauty supply store, your local one. They're about $1, and you can just fill it up to however much oil you want. Sometimes I do warm my oil up, just because when you warm the oils up, it penetrates throughout the scalp really, really well. And sometimes I don't warm it up. So it all depends on what you want to do or how you're feeling that day. I just typically warm it up sometimes, or I don't. And then I just section my hair in 4 different sections. And I go ahead and I put the oil in each section of my scalp. So that is another way that you can get your hair to grow. And then also what you want to do is, when you do have a protective style in your hair, is you want to stay away from using a lot of heat in your hair. You do not want to constantly keep putting a flat iron or curling iron, or constantly putting heat in your hair. That is the biggest no-no that you can make. Typically, the reason why I say that it is bad to keep putting heat into your hair is because it breaks down the proteins inside of your hair, starts to cause breakage, and you do not want to ruin your real hair, or you do not want to ruin your weave hair. So it's very important that you do not use too much heat on your hair. That is why I said that it is good to continuously wrap your hair up at night, because if you continue to wrap your hair up at night, it just lays down automatically, and then when you wake up in the morning, you can just take your hair wrap off, and then you're good to go. Also, last but not least, I would like to add in my scalp massager. I did get this on Amazon for $20. I'm not sure what they're ranging now, but I bought this 2 years ago when I first started my hair journey. And you guys, this is awesome. I mean, this scalp massager is the best. You typically want to use this when you have protective styles. You just part your hair in 4 sections and you just continue to massage it throughout your scalp, and this promotes blood flow to the scalp. It promotes hair growth, and it just works all your oils in your scalp and starts to produce hair growth. And this is just awesome. I mean, you can't go wrong using this hair massager. Like, it is the bomb. Like, you just turn it on. Ooh. Got kind of lost there. But this is awesome. You cannot go wrong. So thank you very much for coming to my channel, beauties. I want to thank you once again for coming to my channel and just reviewing my tips on my hair care protective styles and important tips on how to keep your hair healthy when it is protected in a style. All these tips may not work for you, or it may work for you. Everyone's different. These are just tips that works for me when I do have protective styles, and I've seen my hair grow tremendously. And I just wanted to give you guys these tips because, like I said before, a lot of ladies don't know what to do when they do have protective styles, and I feel like this is just important to know at all times, how to keep your hair healthy when you have a protective style. So thank you so much for coming to watch my channel. My name is Chantel Beauty. Thank you. Please subscribe, and thank you for watching.